everyone, and welcome to the Improvement Key podcast. I'm your host, Darek Salam, and today is a very special episode. We have a very special guest. It's our first interview, so he gotta be special, right? Today's topic as well is very special and important and crucial to this moment. It's about how to make side income, side hustle, or any extra income for your life. My guest here is Alan Ayoubi. He is known as a graphic designer, content creator. He is the co-founder of Improvement. He is also an instructor on Udemy. He has 30,000 students on Udemy and 4,000 on Skillshare. He has also a YouTube channel with around 17k subscribers. So before I go more into that, let him talk. How are you, Alan? How's everything with you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
It's happy to see you there. It's happy to have you.
Thank you.
So, Alan, tell us about your story. Where did this whole thing started? What's your journey?
Well, my journey, I'm someone who's always interested in technology and arts and these things. So, from my childhood, my childhood was not that great. Like, I'm not from a high income family. I was not always getting what I wanted. So, when I grow up, I tried to find a way, how can I make my own money? Instead of always asking my father, I was trying to find something that I can make money from it. And my passion was motion graphics and online. When I was in college, I started to learn motion graphics, and in the college, I was working on some of the projects. I was doing graphic designs. In the college, we were doing many activities. So for these activities, I was doing graphic design. And then I really wanted to have my income, especially in the college. I was not always having enough money with me in the college because the situation of my family also was not very good. So this pushed me to work on something this pushed me to try my best to get my own income and also support my family. So what I did in that time, there was a local TV opened in The Hook, which was War TV.
War TV, yeah.
Yeah. I tried to create a TV show, and my field was technology and these things and graphic design. So I tried to make a tech show. Cool. I did the pilot episode all by myself, all the graphics, presenting and everything.
Wow. That must be hard.
Yeah, I went there and present them. They really liked it. Mm-hmm. They accepted me for this program. And then they told me who did the graphic and stuff. I told them I did it. Then they hired me for motion graphics. Yeah.
Life takes you through different paths. You might go all in for something, then it turns out there's a better way moving you there.
Yeah, exactly. So this is where I started my journey, like the professional journey in motion graphics and graphic design, and then to the online business and stuff.
Very cool. So Alan here is what he didn't mention is he created a lot of sources of income. And I'm telling you why is that important. And we're going to learn all that in detail. But I think when you are young, when you are in college or at any age you are, in this technology age, there's a lot of opportunity. There's opportunity for you to make money online. There's opportunity for making side hustles, passive incomes, and you are just sleeping on these opportunities if you are not trying at least. My people say just get a real job and just go on, do this 9 to 5 all the time and just keep doing that. But the reality is, what if you can make money doing the things you love? There's a big difference there. So you could be also owning a business and starting a side hustle. So it's really important for us to look at these opportunities and study them. And that's what we are doing today with Alan. And we are also going to talk about his business later on, Improvement. But first of all, let's get into his passive and side incomes. How did he create them and everything? Let's start with the one I'm really interested in, is the one on Udemy. Like, how did you start with that? How did you become an instructor? And how's the process if anyone was interested?
Mm-hmm. Okay, before I talk about Udemy, what get me to Udemy was YouTube, because this is where my journey of passive income started, with YouTube. When I was working for War TV, ISIS came and the economy collapsed. And I instantly thought that this is not working. I cannot have any job, any work that is based in Iraq or based there, because all of a sudden everything
It's
will
not stable,
change.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not stable. So it's in my blood. I always want to have something. I cannot be without work or without an income. So from there, I started to search for other opportunities that are not based in Iraq. And one of the things in that time that I found, because it was my beginning, nobody was teaching me. I got this all by myself. So I started with YouTube. I started with technology. I will tell you, I did many mistakes during my journey because I was by myself but I never stopped until I get
That's
where
what
I am
matters.
now. Yeah. So my problem with YouTube, I was changing I did a Kurdish YouTube channel first and then turned it to English. It was tech, and then I changed it to tutorials, and until now it's tutorial. So, and then
What's the name of your YouTube?
it's my name, Alan Ayubi.
Alan Ayubi. Okay.
Yeah. So with YouTube, I tried my best. Like I spent nights and days creating contents, but I found it was very slow and the income was not.
So do you
very
think if someone was focused on a niche in 2020 in Kurdistan or in the country, in Middle East or anywhere in the world, do you think there's opportunity to pursue YouTube full time? What do you think about that as your experience?
Well, if you're consistent, you definitely will make it. If it's not in 1 year or 2 years, I'm sure in the third year you will make it. But you have to be consistent, create content, don't change your subject. Like
We had friends also that have like their YouTube just exploded out of nowhere. Our friend K1 as well. He's also had a YouTube channel about that. So I agree with you. If you focus on one niche and maybe go at it again, that's your first tip for starting a YouTube. What do you think will be your second tip for someone who wants to start a YouTube channel?
So for the second tip, I will say again, consistency, because if you are consistent on something or one thing and do it right, you're gonna make it. So another tip is try to be different, try to bring something different in your
something
niche.
new to the table.
Yeah, exactly. And be consistent and you will make it.
So here we go with the 3 tips starting your YouTube channel. Okay. First one, be focused on your niche, know what you are doing. Second, be consistent on what you are doing, make videos often and never stop doing that. And number 3 is to be different. Try to bring something new to the table. So there's something I'm always interested in, like how does YouTube pay you? How does it pay you, or how, especially in Kurdistan, how does it pay you?
Well, YouTube and Google, they are the easiest for Iraqis because they work with the Iraqi banks. So the only thing you are going to do is to make an AdSense account and make sure when you're making your AdSense account, it is Iraq. You put your address as Iraq. And then after you make some money, you make like $70, you will be able to withdraw them. But you can make a bank account just before you withdraw. For sure, you have to make a bank account. I myself use a Kurdistan bank account, but you can...
Not an ad.
It's not an ad. You can use any bank account.
Yeah.
Like there are many good banks here in Erbil or in Kurdistan.
Great. So about the way you get your payment and linked everything, but what about how does YouTube pay you? Is it per the amount of people that watch or the ads they put? How can you make how much money you can make on YouTube?
Well, YouTube pays per view and per ads. So people will watch your video. When they watch your videos, they will see ads before they watch your video. Before your video start, they will see some ads. They will be paid with these ads. So each 1,000 views, you will have $1 to $2. But this is standard, not for Iraq. Because the payment for ads, the companies who put their ads on YouTube, they pay very little money to YouTube.
So if the people watching your videos outside of Iraq, you could make more money.
Exactly, yeah. And not specifically only outside Iraq. I mean, I would say all the Middle East, the payment of the ads are very little. That's why YouTube will pay you little money. But if your viewers are from US or they are from Europe, like Germany, like Britain, Australia, these places,
More international.
yeah, the advertiser pay a lot of money to YouTube. So your share with YouTube will be more. One of the things that lead me to do English stuff, because like first I wanted to go internationally on YouTube. I wanted to leave a legacy behind me
You
on
will
YouTube. And also about the money. If you're not making money from a thing that you do, you cannot do it forever. If you don't get an income, I cannot do videos forever. I need financial
so you
support.
need to get some kind of income to continue as well.
Yeah.
But if you have some other side income or something else with YouTube while your YouTube grows, it could be a good investment of your time in the future. So what if you love any kind of topic, anything you want, you make videos about that, just think of it as there's no income from that, but maybe in 2-3 years you are just going big, and it could be some kind of investment that can bring back returns in the long run. So what's the next thing you did about creating side incomes? You want to talk about Udemy?
Yeah.
My friend.
Yeah. So with YouTube, as I told you, the final thing that I did in YouTube was creating tutorials.
Do you still
and,
continue to create?
Yeah,
tutorials?
I still do them, but with it, I started to put more effort on my learning videos. I started to create courses for Udemy and Skillshare. And with this course, I would take a small bite from the course and put it on YouTube. For example, I will tell them how to work on like After Effects or Photoshop. I will take one of the lessons that I think they are nice and good people will watch it. I'll put it on YouTube. People will learn something, and with it, I will tell them, if you want to learn more, go and watch my course on Skillshare.
That's an amazing idea. That's an amazing idea, and that's what Gary Vee says as well. You make a macro content that you make it to micro and redistribute it all over again, and in this way you have more content and in different platforms as well. That's genius, actually.
Yeah, and I actually started with Skillshare before Udemy. I created around 8 courses for Skillshare, and then I said, why I'm not trying Udemy as well.
Just a second, guys. For the people who don't know what Udemy and Skillshare is, it's a place where you can go and buy any kind of courses, online courses that you want about different topics. And our friend Alan he made his courses over there, and it blew up there. It's like on the top sellers list, just for you to get a picture of what we are talking about. Okay, Alan, you can continue.
So yes, I started with Skillshare. I created around 8 courses, and then I said, why I'm not using Udemy? I started with Udemy. I put the courses that I made on Skillshare on Udemy. First, they were not working because Udemy and Skillshare, they are different. On the Skillshare, people will pay subscription for 1 month, and they can watch everything. On Udemy, people will pay for a single course. So the course that you put on Udemy should worth it. It should be like, for Udemy, it should be a long one, so people see value in your course. Skillshare, they can be short courses because they paid for the whole thing anyway. They can
So the tips for Udemy, if you want to have a course there, number 1 is make it valuable and make it give as much as you can and make it a long video.
Yeah.
And don't fill it with nonsense. That's also important.
Yeah, for sure. Don't fill it with nonsense. Don't make it long, intentionally. Try to put more stuff to make it
something
long.
That you know about, something that you know you are skilled in, or you have a lot of information in, and you want to share it. It's a great idea to share it on this course platforms like Udemy and so.
Yeah.
So how much do you think you can make if you start a decent course about an interesting topic? How much do you think you can make, and how's the process if you are living in Iraq or Middle East?
Okay, so before I jump to this, I just want to say that on Udemy, when I started with Udemy, I combined all my courses from Skillshare because they were all about After Effects, different areas of After Effects. I combined all of them and put them on Skillshare. I mean Udemy. And yeah, it suddenly in 3 days I got 25,000
Wow.
students.
Oh, that's amazing.
But these were 25,000 students where most of them came free because I shared a free coupon with in a Facebook group, and then I don't know how it leaked to all the websites and stuff. Because Udemy is very famous worldwide. There are many websites, many groups, many forums that share Udemy coupons. When something is free, it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got this, and then in 1 week, my course like became hot and new. Like it got this badge on Udemy, and it was in the first page of motion graphic and After Effects.
Wow.
And then after 2 weeks, it became the bestseller.
Wow, that's amazing, guys. He is the bestseller in After Effects on Udemy. That's big. That's huge by itself.
Yeah, and the last course that I made, it was motion graphic and After Effects. I put it on Skillshare as well. Like it was about somehow long. It was 3 hours. Then I find out that long courses work better on Skillshare as well.
Oh, so the takeaway is longer courses are better to work with in all the course platforms.
Yes.
That's a golden tip over there.
Yeah, and Udemy, and there are many other websites that do online courses. There's Stackskill, there's
Shao Academy,
there's Skill
Coursera,
Success,
Coursera.
Yeah, but these are like we have Skill Success and also CyberU and Stackskill. These are the one that pays you and accept that you like they don't ask you to exclusive content. Like you can have your course on all of this. You can have the generate income from all of these places. So you don't have specifically to put only on Udemy.
So you can put courses that are from Udemy and redistribute it to other channels.
Exactly.
As well?
You can distribute on all of these online courses platform, I mean. And sorry, one tip I want to give you, when you are making your courses, try not to be platform specific. For example, don't mention Udemy, Skillshare or anything. Try to make it general so you can distribute on all of these platforms and generate income, because all of this together will give you a very good income.
So how much do you think you can make if you are on different platforms and you start selling in the beginning? What do you think, if the course is good and you could do all this, you could share it as a coupon to groups as a beginning, so you get people to acknowledge you, and as well do all the tips that you said. What do you think is the average of someone starting a course?
And yeah, well, the income of the course depends on many things. It depends on the topic, what kind of topic they choose to make a course about. It depends about the quality, about the language, because on Udemy you can do in all of the language, and Skillshare the same. English works the best, and also the topics that works the best in online, like online courses that works the best are technology mostly, especially in these platforms, Udemy and Skillshare and Skill Success. Technology. So for the income, I want to be honest with you about the income. My first 3 months on Skillshare, I didn't get anything. In the 4th month, because I was beginner and nobody told me the tips, maybe if you do these tips, make a long course and try to make something very good, maybe you will get traction in early, like maybe in the first month, you will do the best. On Udemy as well, I didn't know much about Udemy. I thought that the courses that works on Skillshare will work on Udemy as well, but then I realized that longer course and courses that has more value will work the best. So I would say if you wait for the income, I think you easily can make 500 a month as the beginning of your, if you have like couple.
That's good. There are people who are working in this country for $500 a month. Government employees, some of them don't get $500 a month. As a side income, it's a good start.
Yeah, when you combine all of these platforms, you will be able definitely to make 500 as a start. But you have to be consistent and try to make more courses. Like, don't expect that with one course you will make 500 in 1 month. Yeah, you have to make courses and be consistent. Try to make quality courses and longer ones.
Okay, the next topic we are going to cover is Fiverr. We want to give some information about how can you use it. So to be totally honest with you, Fiverr is currently blocked Iraq,
Yeah.
but there is also other things called Khumaisat. I've heard of it. For these places, for you to know what are these places, is basically you can share the services that you are going to do and sell them. For example, if you are a logo designer, graphic designer, or any kind of doing any kind of this online and tech services, you can sell them on Fiverr or Khumaisat or this pages. Do you have any information about that?
Well, I have information about Upwork, which is something like Fiverr and Khumaisat. Yeah, you can also have online, like you can get jobs, you can get hired online. Especially Upwork works in Iraq.
Oh,
It's like, it's not supported Iraq, but you can, like, there are ways you can make it work in Iraq without VPN and stuff.
without VPN.
Yeah. And they accept Pioneer. Pioneer, it means you can get your money in Iraq.
So for the ones who don't know, Pioneer is like a payment gateway. It supports everywhere in the world. Once you have a bank account here and you have your passport, you can create an account. And once there's enough money, they can send you the card and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, so they will send you a credit card and you will have access to your funds in Pioneer. You can simply take them out from ATMs.
Wow, that's cool. So if you want, like, it depends on what you want. The topics that we covered here is the first one on YouTube. How can you be relevant in 2020? How can you make content on YouTube? Then if you are smart or if you have some kind of skill and you want to make a course, you can do it on Udemy and Skillshare and other platforms. But you have to be consistent. As he said, you have to continue as much, even if it was hard in the beginning, you can continue and do other things. If you have some kind of other skill or some practical thing or anything, there's people are just literally giving you name ideas on this platform that are making a ton of money. So there's always ways for you to make a side income. If you have a job or you want to make more money, you can always try these things out. And we talked about a payment gateway, which was Pioneer. It's an international way for you to get money. I know a lot of people in Kurdistan, in Iraq, have this problem of getting money from other countries, since a lot of things are not supported here. PayPal is not supported here. The people who are listening to us in other countries, they'll be, how is that even possible? So in our country, there's a lot of things that are not supported, but true entrepreneurs, true hustlers will find a way. So
exactly. I've spent months searching how to get my money out, like from PayPal. I even tried to create a virtual, actually not a real company in US, an LLC company. But then when they knew I'm in Iraq, they didn't accept PayPal and Stripe as well. Stripe also is a payment gateway that lets you to accept credit card on your website. If you have a business website, people can buy your stuff with their credit card. And these things are not working in Iraq. And I spent a lot of time with it. And there's no way, like, even if you go around it, you cannot.
Well, the only way is for PayPal to somehow stop blocking Iraq. And because we also here we know business, we want to do things internationally. I don't know the actual reason they are not supporting Iraq, but I think they should. They should be this link between, so that other countries, we can do different kind of business or e-commerce or international, so we can build international businesses as well. So something else I'm interested to talk about, your company that you co-founded. Can you tell us a little bit about that company? How did that start and what is it about?
HomeVite actually is a food technology company. Let me tell you where the idea came from. When I go to a new country, I always wanted to experience the local food, and I wanted to experience this in their home and see how is their home, what they eat, what do they make. Luckily, one of my friends who is from US came up with this idea, and when he told me, I just told him this was always in my head, that I was always thinking, what if there was a service like this I could go, for example, if I go to Europe in a country, for example, Norway, I wanted to see what do they do at home? How is the experience in the dining table? So So the idea is we created two apps, one for the home cooks and one for the user. The home cook app is people at their home. They will cook and present their food, their meals on the app. And in the user app, people will find these foods, these meals. And when, for example, I'm in China, I want to experience Chinese food in their home. I will go to this app and see, for example, I want sushi. I'll see sushi around me, like sushi meals around me. I'll choose one, and then like it will be you will order your meal. For example, I want it for tomorrow evening. For tomorrow evening, I will actually go to their home. Like you will eat at their home in the dining table. And the interesting thing is that this app, this HomeFight, is a genuine social networking, because many other people may order the same meal. They will come with you in the same table. Like this, you will meet new people. Maybe you will meet your future wife, future husband.
A new way of Tinder.
Yeah. Or maybe you will find your boss, someone who will hire you.
Definitely. There's a lot of opportunities in this situation, plus the experience.
Yeah, so we want to bring this culture, especially we are launching this project in USA first, because in USA
Your
now...
Your partner is from USA.
Yeah, my partner is from USA. But they are Kurds and they are all from Duhok.
Cool.
Yeah. We are starting in California as the first, because it's the only state that legalized home cook. Like people can sell food from their home. We created this app for them. And in future, maybe we will
grow to other cities. That's a crazy idea. It could actually be great and go big. Yeah. So I'm really happy to hear that, and it's one of the most important ways for you to make any kind of income is starting a business. Nothing replaces that. Let me tell you that for sure. Like when you start a business with all of your energy, that could be the main and the side and dishes, everything. So that's how it is. If you put all of your energy into a project and give it 110%, it will eventually work out. If it didn't work out, then you get a lot of experience, and your second or the third project will eventually will. The thing is, as you said, I think in any kind of project, a side income or a business or anything you do, the consistency is the key. Once you continue, if no matter how bad it gets, no matter if it fails, no matter if you're not making money from that, like the key is to continue and study, and not only continue in your place, not doing anything, just like create, move around and learn, and then know your mistakes, know what you are doing wrong so you can fix it. Like just like you did, you checked out that you Udemy was different than Skillshare, so you tried different strategies. So that's what you have to do. You have to be flexible. You have to be like the water. So you have no shape and form. Then you just move around, change, and pivot to something else or try something else until you find your something. There's a lot of people telling me, oh, I don't know what my passion is. I don't know what I want to do in my life. Go ahead and try different things. You are young, man. There's a lot of things we can do. There's a lot of things we can experience and learn. And from that process, you can find out eventually what you want to do in your life.
Exactly. Yeah, this is what happened with me. Exactly. I mean, I started with TV presenting.
And where that ended up.
Yeah. And then I end up here. Yeah. I have tried many things. I've tried YouTube. I wanted to be a very famous YouTuber, and it didn't work out for me. I tried, and one of the reasons that it didn't work because I was not consistent and I didn't think that is my thing. But eventually, I know what is my thing. It's online courses and online businesses.
That's cool. So there's this thing that people think, like there's two perspectives looking at this subject. There's do something that you love. We all agree with that. If you can't love what you do, you will not be able to be good at it. But there's the other side of looking at it. Whatever you do, try to fucking love it. Try to love what you are doing. Even if it was not, if you are mopping floors or whatever you are doing, be consistent at that time and love it. Then eventually you can move to some other place. Not everybody is lucky enough to have the opportunity to choose. Mm-hmm. But you have the opportunity and you have the luck to love what you are doing currently. So hopefully you can change to something else. Hopefully you can start something else that you actually love. But the thing is, you have to be consistent, and you have to be, your head have to be in the game all times. That's the real thing that you have to do. So we covered a lot of topics today, and it was really interesting. So I'm trying to gather it all up. We started with your story. We were really inspired by your story. Then we talked about YouTube. How can you make money from YouTube if you were in 2020, if you are from Iraq or outside of Iraq? We got a lot of insights and tips also on creating online courses or selling your services. There's a lot of value we got from you, Alan, and we are really happy that we got all this content-rich episode today.
Thank you. I'm happy too that I gave something valuable today.
Yeah, definitely. So, guys, don't forget, you should definitely follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe on his channel. It goes by Alan, Alan Ayoubi, Ayoubi. Make sure to follow and subscribe his content. I'm sure you will benefit from it, and it was one heck of episode, man. So as a last thing I want to say, if you could have a billboard with anything you want to say, what's your message? If there was a big spot for you, what would be your message in one sentence?
Well, my message will be consistent and never stop trying.
Thank you so much, Alan, and thank you everyone for listening to us. Hope you enjoyed and got value from it. Until the next episode,